I'm here at Overtake offices and they happen to have 5 different wheelbases set up. So I'm going to try all 5 today on the exact same car, exact same game, exact same track to see the differences. Let's do it. Okay, starting out here at Hockenheim with the setup I'm used to. It's the exact same wheel rim I've got at home, but it's the Moser, I think it's the R21 wheelbase. And it's also some Moser pedals. So really similar to what I've got at home, a little bit different, obviously different rig, slightly different pedals and stuff. This feels exactly as I'd expect. It's what I'm used to, so we're going to use this as a baseline for the other tracks. So I do really like this one. I've got the R9 at home, which is pretty similar. I really like it. I like how it feels. I think Moser do a really fantastic job on force feedback. I think it feels super direct, obviously. I think it feels super responsive. Really nice combo. The rim itself that we're using here, not the most premium rim we'll see today, but actually overall solid. I don't like the clunks. I've softened those at home. The gear shifts away way too loud. Doesn't need to be that loud. Other than that, yeah, build quality quite nice here. Nothing spectacular, but like equally nothing bad. This is, I'd say, a decent starting point. It's middle of the road. It's solid. It's not spectacular, but it's a good entry point. Let's try a different wheel. Okay, so now we've got the Fanatec CSL DD Extreme, which is their newer CSL DD. I haven't tried this one yet, actually. I've only tried the CSL DD, which is my wheel before I had the Moser. And of course, we've got the Porsche wheel, and then we've got the, what are the pedals again? I can't remember what the pedals are. I'll put it on screen now. Obviously, we're on the same game, same track, same car, same everything. And the settings are made to be as similar as they can be between different wheelbases. Straight away, I will say, this feels more like numb. If you told me this is a very good belt-driven wheel and the Moser was a, basic direct drive, I'd believe you. It just feels a little bit more numb. It's just not quite as, I don't know, responsive. Don't get wrong, it feels nice. I've always said, if you get any direct drive wheel, you'll love it, because unless you're comparing them side by side like I'm doing here, which is super niche, you're gonna love it. Honestly, I haven't tried a single bad direct drive wheel yet. I gotta say, I don't know, it just feels, like a little bit numb, a little bit muddy almost. I'm really surprised at that. I really am surprised at that. Now we could definitely turn the force feedback up a little bit, that would help a touch. But it just feels like here down this straight, there's just no real detail coming through to my hands. It's like it's filtering out a lot of the details, so you only get the big movements. That's what it feels like. That's really surprising. I did not expect to be saying that about this Fanatec bundle, but again, it will still be, I kind of wish we did have like a Logitech here or a belt-driven wheel, because this would be unbelievably better than that. But yeah, quite surprising. I really am dumbfounded about that. In terms of pedals then, honestly, nothing special from what I can feel. I mean, I have got shoes on, but it just feels like a decent quality load cell pedal, honestly. Other than that, I mean, the weight of the throttle's, I guess, quite nice. Probably a little bit light on the throttle, I'd say. And the load cell itself, not much movement before you get the pressure. Obviously, it can be configured differently, but it's a basic comparison I'm doing here. But yeah, solid. Like, build quality does feel really nice. Like, these aren't about to fall apart on me. But other than that, yeah, they don't stand out in any way other than being nice build quality, load cell, sort of fairly standard pedals. Anyway, should we do another wheel? Okay, moving on to Asetek now. So we've got a bit of a combo setup here. We've got the La Prima wheelbase, but the Forte wheel rim and the Forte pedals. So just gonna give this a go now. I have actually tried this a little bit earlier in the day, and I like it. I don't know what it is about it. I like both pedals and the wheel. I think it feels like, I mean, look, see how much my hand was moving then? Like that didn't seem to really happen much with the Fanatec for whatever reason. And I just feel like it feels like you're super connected to the car. I don't know how much of that is just the amount of detail that I'm getting through my hands, the quality of the motor, possibly even the responsiveness, like the response time that it takes for it to happen. It just feels like I'm getting more out of this wheelbase. That's what it feels like. In terms of pedals, while I'm on the brakes there, again, I think I prefer them. I think it feels more, again, you can configure the pedals differently, but it feels, I mean, the throttle's got a bit more weight to it. I'd say, honestly though, the build quality feels a little, from what I can feel through shoes, feels a little bit worse than the Simagic ones. In terms of brake though, I think I prefer the feel of the brake personally. It doesn't feel like almost like I'm hitting a brick wall, like there's travel, then there's a brick wall, then it's as hard as you want it to be. It feels like it's a firm, hard pedal, but it feels right. It doesn't feel like I'm pressing it against a brick wall. There's some compression there, but equally the compression is linear throughout the travel. It's nice, it's really nice. And then onto the wheel rim then itself. Obviously again, we've got the Forte wheel rim here. I think it looks quite nice. I'm not a huge fan of all the lights. I think it's a bit much. I'm sure you can customize all that stuff. I've got no idea. We're not going into software for this little video, but yeah, like build quality is definitely decent. I'd say it's probably not going to be the best build quality we'll have today, but that's not to say it's bad build quality in any way, shape or form, because it is definitely nice build quality. We're just having some very nice kit today, extremely nice actually. But yeah, like so it feels comfortable. It's kind of almost a bit too rubbery here, I suppose. I mean, the Moser though is too plasticky here. You get a bit sweaty, so would rather a bit of Alcatrano or something like that there. I think would be a bit nicer. Overall, this is a really, really nice package. I'd say my favourite pedals of the day. Wheelbase is definitely up there as well. Rim, it's not my favourite rim of the day, but you'll see why in just a moment. But yeah, overall, I'm really, I'm not going to say surprised, but this is like, I'm pleasantly surprised. I will say it. This Asetek feels nice. I think this is a really, really nice setup, but it's also the most expensive setup we've had so far. So let's try something else. Okay, now we have the Simagic wheel with the SimLab pedals. First of all, I have to say the wheelbase is a lovely size. It's longer than some other wheelbases, but it's super compact other than that. That's nice for sure. In terms of the build quality of the Simagic rim, let's start there. Really nice actually. Probably, oh god. Probably the nicest quality rim we've had so far. I like this material. It's sort of like a premium rubber, I suppose I would call that. And yeah, I mean, this very much feels like a high end. This definitely feels like the highest end wheel rim we've had so far. Definitely, everything about it, just super nice build quality, feels super solid. In terms of force feedback, I've just come off the Asetek one. Honestly, I prefer the Asetek. It's like, I mean, to be honest, I'm honestly nitpicking between these wheels. They all feel really nice. I wouldn't say I'm especially impressed by the Simagic wheelbase, but I'm also not disappointed. Like yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's probably literally all I can say about it. It's a decent quality direct drive wheelbase. I'd say, honestly, it feels a bit more premium. Like it's almost like it's slightly softening what it's giving to me. It's like almost like it's thinking about the detail that it gives me before it gives it to me, if that makes sense. It's like trying to smooth it out and make it nice. So it feels like it's a more velvety version of the Moser is probably how I could describe this best. So yeah, like solid. In terms of these pedals, way too hard for me. I want about half of that pressure, probably something like that. Super nice build quality. They don't feel like they're going to go anywhere. I still prefer the Asetek though, on both. Asetek pedals, Asetek wheelbase, definitely preferred over this one. We've got one more wheelbase to try. Let's give it a go. And finally, the big boss of wheelbases. This is the Simagic wheelbase with the Mercedes replica steering rim. €2,500 for the rim alone. I told you the build quality was going to get better. And honestly, this rim feels €2,500. Just everything about it is super high quality. Every switch, every dial, it does feel expensive. I think anyone honestly who picks this up goes, that isn't cheap, is it? Even if you don't know what you're talking about. Really, really nice. Also narrower than a lot of rims. I'm really finding, you know, I guess in real life they have power steering, but I'm just finding it's super easy to rotate and it's honestly fine. I guess you need to turn your force feedback down a little bit if you're used to having it high-ish. Obviously that screen is beautiful, doesn't work sadly today, but yeah, the rim is obviously the highlight of the show here. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But honestly, the force feedback as well, up there for sure. I'm noticing a definite trend that these force feedback wheels, the direct drive wheels, seem to want to almost filter a lot of data. We're having, like we had before, where it just absorbs a lot of the straight line speed stuff. Maybe I'm just used to Moser, and maybe Moser actually tells you too much. Maybe Moser should filter more. Because honestly, Moser is the standout for feel, along with Asetek. They really tell you everything you need to know. Every single bump, you feel it. A lot of them are just much more smoothed out and filtered compared to that. But I've said it before, I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. If you buy any direct drive wheel at pretty much any price point, I haven't tried the super low end ones, but medium price point from sort of 600 euros up, you are not going to be disappointed. Every single one I've tried has always just felt amazing. And unless you're doing what I'm doing today and comparing them side by side, you're really not going to know the difference. But I guess you need an answer. Of the 5 wheels we've tried today, which one would I have? Well, I think I said it earlier. Honestly, Asetek has really surprised me. I really like their force feedback. I like that wheel. It's not crazy expensive, the actual wheelbase I was using either. It's not like it's worth thousands of euros compared to the others. Pedals, by the way, we're using the same pedals that we have other times anyway, so I'm not even gonna talk about those again. But pedal, I'd say Asetek as well. That's what I go for. But rim, as an F1 fan, how could it not be the beautiful replica Mercedes F1 wheel? Now all I need is 2,500 euros. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this little comparison. Obviously not too serious. It's just basic first impressions. Obviously there's lots of configuring you could have done to these wheels to make them probably all feel almost exactly the same. Especially the pedals, you know, that's very much a personal preference thing. So take everything I said with a pinch of salt, but you know, they've all been configured to normally sort of, you know, perform similar. So honestly, I think this is mostly a fair comparison. I mean, it's so rare you get to try these wheels side by side like I've done today, so it was an opportunity I couldn't turn down. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to drop a follow if you haven't already, because I would love to do more of this kind of thing, more reviews and stuff. And if you're listening, I wouldn't mind one of these. Not gonna happen. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.